Hi guys, it's Jen from Just Jen Cosplay and it is 2018. Happy New Year everybody. This is the first weekend of 2018, so of course that means that I have been busy making things. Busy-ish. So I was quite lucky that for Christmas I got lots of cosplay goodies, including some masks, because I'm very bad at the moment when I'm doing stuff like sanding down my bits of warbler and foam. I don't wear any kind of protection, and I know that's really bad, so everybody should be safe when they're cosplaying, so yeah. Got these. I've got a Kawaii book. Who also is going to London Film and Comic Con this year, which I am definitely going to, so I'm going to meet Kawaii. Yay! Dress scissors. Anyone who's tried cutting fabric with normal scissors, or any run-of-the-mill crappy, I've cut every single thing I own with them scissors, will know that all that happens is it frays to pieces and it looks awful. So I have, 2 pairs of dress scissors now, so that's great for me. And a stitch unpicker from my mum, because I had trouble last time. She's so cute. A soldering iron, because who doesn't want a soldering iron for Christmas? And various other little bits and pieces. So I got a good haul for Christmas in terms of cosplay. I got a new metal ruler so I can cut with a ruler, and I also got a new cutting mat, which is much bigger than mine. I've got this A2 size rather than my little A4 one, which wasn't quite big enough. So obviously New Year. I'm not going to say any New Year, New Me things, because I'm 30 already, so I ain't going to change. Sorry. But I am going to try and get a little bit better. So one of the things that I have done is download an app known as Cosplanner. Some of you might already be using it. I have loaded all of the cosplays that I want to do into it. So it's got sort of 2 options. One of them is if you've already started one, and one of them is just a plan. It allows you to upload reference images, and for me it's just being able to store all the things in my head that I've been saying I want to do that and I'm going to make that and one day I'll do that, all in sort of one place. But then once you've started a cosplay, it's got a couple of really good features. So this is the first time I'll have used it for this costume, so I will let you know how it goes. But at the moment I found it really useful, because when you click that it started, first of all it starts to time how long it's taken, so you can stand at the end and say that's taken me 3 months or 3 weeks or 3 hours. In terms of the overall time, but then also what you can do is you've got a buy list, so you write all the things that you want to buy. You can set a budget for your costume, and then each of the things you buy you can put the price of, and it adds it all up, so then obviously it gives you a total of how much that whole costume has cost you. So that I'm finding really quite helpful as well, because at the moment I've been doing it on various different spreadsheets all over the place, so to have it all in one app's really handy. And what else? So once you've got all the buy list, once you've started making it, you can add all the things you want to make. So for example, you can say, I want to make pauldrons, and I want to make a breastplate, and I want to make leg armour, and I want to make braces, and I want to make a belt thing, because I haven't decided what I'm going to call that yet for my costume. And then by each one you can log your process, so say how far you've got through, and you can also say how long it's taken you to get to that point. So for example, you could say, it's taken me 10 hours to get to this point, and then it adds that all up. So not only do you have the running total of it's taken me 3 months, but actually it's taken me 300 hours or whatever. Because obviously you might have done nothing on it for 2 months, like I had with this. When I started making the Skyrim costume, I started making it, and then I wanted to make some changes to Lady Sylvanas. So I basically have done nothing with the Skyrim. And then obviously Christmas, I don't know if you can still hear it a little bit. I have no hearing in this ear because I'm still a little bit ill. So that's been like 3 weeks now that I've been not a well bunny, so I've not really done anything. Also, I was telling myself I was giving myself a break as well, so I'd be renewed for this year. But anyway, yeah, Cosplanner, been really helpful so far. When I get to the end, I'll be able to tell you exactly how many hours I've spent making it, although so far it's been an estimate on how long this has taken me. But yeah, I feel like it's getting me sort of into more of a headspace of what I wanted to do. So I guess my resolution was just to be better at planning my costumes. So what I tend to do is and no doubt loads of you will do this, I've got a day off, it's my weekend, and I go, right, I am going to make my cosplay. And then I have no idea what I'm doing. So my plan was that one day during the week, before I get to my weekend and sit down and try and make something, I'll try and sort of plan out what is it that I want to do. And they can be really, really simple things, such as today's was to put some Velcro on and put some webbing on. And then at some point during this weekend, I said I wanted to start making the leg pieces. So yeah, really, really simple, not pushing myself too much, because the trouble is I think if I just say, I want to do 25 million things, I won't get them done. But yeah, definitely having that thing in my head. Today was a really bad example because I spent probably a good hour this morning just watching a couple of tutorials trying to figure out how did I want to do the leg pieces. So yeah, that's me. That's what I'm doing this year. I think if any of you have got any New Year's resolutions, I'd love to hear them, especially if they're cosplay related, particularly if they're cosplay related. And yeah, if there's anything that you in particular that I'm not showing, because I know I do take little sort of videos in between making bits. I'm gonna try maybe during the year. I've got a whole year to do it, so. And video me making the stuff rather than just going like, I've just cut this out or I've just done this. Because I do feel like they are slightly better tutorials if I do that. Although if you do want to see that, Kamui Cosplay, it's probably one of the best ones I can recommend. Obviously Punished Props as well, does great stuff. Evil Ted, yeah, they all video stuff as they go, which I'm not really set up to do at the moment. But, by the end of the year, maybe I will be. I'm at the moment 2018 has been good so far. I know we're only a week in, but literally about 20 minutes into New Year, one of my friend's kids, who I think is 6, if I remember correctly. Anyway, he just turned around to me and he went, You're a YouTuber. I sort of went to him, well, I suppose I am. I do a YouTube video every week, most weeks. And bless him, he watches them, which is really, really sweet. But I guess, at what point are you a YouTuber? I feel like I wouldn't say that I am. I've got, I think, 30 subscribers, but then I've got sort of 30 odd videos going now. So at what point do you class yourself as a YouTuber? I think maybe as soon as you upload one video. Are you a YouTuber? I don't know. Maybe you can tell me, am I a YouTuber now? When do I become a YouTuber? Yeah, so that absolutely made my day. That made my year. And that was 20 minutes into the year. And I was just like, well, yeah, I guess I am. Maybe I need to start. One of my issues for me is self-confidence. So, I made a lovely costume, Lady Sylvanas. I'm really pleased with how it came out, specifically as my first costume, but also just in general. And I really enjoy looking at other people who've done Sylvanas and sort of learning, and I look at them and I go, well, I feel like I did that bit better, but actually they could have been better. Like, whilst I love the pauldrons and they were probably my favourite piece, I feel like I've learnt a lot. Like when I've been making these ones, they're just a hell of a lot bigger and more in your face. Whereas Lady Sylvanus's that I didn't feel that they were this kind of big sized when I was looking at the reference pictures that I was using. But actually, having seen others, I'd have really liked to have gone all out and made them maybe 2-3 times the size of what they actually are now. And also, if I do something like when I toss the hair back to try and get it out of my face, it completely covers up all the skulls and spikes and everything. So yeah, always learning. But yes, what was I trying to say? The whole point of that was I look at other people, like you can never compare yourself to other people. That's one of the things that I would absolutely say. Don't compare to others, but ask yourself, did you do the best that you could do? And I guess for me at the time, yes, I did. I absolutely did what I thought was best, and it worked out fine. However, now, having now started on my second one, I feel like I've already learnt loads, and I would do it differently this time round. I have to say, overall, Lady Sylvanus is a very comfortable costume. I other than it's more the issues I've had are not actually sitting down for the whole day. So one of the problems you have is once you're in costume and you're walking around a con, is that there's so much to see and so many people and so much to do. And for me as well, being in the masquerades, I didn't get to sit down basically all day, and that really gave me a bad back. But that wasn't the costume's fault. That was me, and I have really bad posture, as you could just see. I'm making myself sit up straight now. So yeah, I think I did really well in that respect. And also, Lady Sylvanus most of it fits in a box, other than the breastplate and the wig, and obviously the bow and quiver, but yeah. It all fits in one box, so that's really helpful for me. And so that's one of the things that I guess, looking back now, I'm like, oh yeah, I did really well. Already, having made these, I know I've made a mistake, because that ain't going in a box at all. And these I probably should have made detachable, so they could have just stuck on with some Velcro, because that wouldn't have been difficult at all. Where I glued them in, I could have Velcroed them in. And then that would have probably fitted a lot easier into things like, obviously, a box, but also for travelling, if I need to put them into a suitcase or something, that they ain't going to fit anywhere. They're big pauldrons. But then I did want to do something that had big pauldrons, because Lady Sylvanus didn't. So yeah, I'm just waffling on a load. What else did I want to say? Said Cosplanner, I said I'm a YouTuber, or maybe self-confidence. Yes, that's what I was talking about. So yeah, always question, am I good enough? Am I a cosplayer? Am I really a cosplayer? I've got one costume, and I bought one costume. But actually, I think cosplaying isn't about the number, or who you cosplay, or what you cosplay out of, whether it's scraps of fabric or EVA foam or warbler, or a new thing that I've found called Varafoam, which I'm like, Varaform, which I saw on somebody I follow's Facebook the other day, and I was like, ooh, this seems like fun. Maybe I'll have to get into this, but I've not yet found a UK supplier yet. I haven't really looked properly. But whatever you're using, even if you're buying clothes at a second-hand shop and you're modifying them, or even if you're not, let's just say you're literally just buying stuff that looks like the person you're playing, because you're doing something like, I guess something like Walking Dead. They're people, so you're wearing clothes. You don't have to necessarily modify anything. I think cosplay is in your heart. It's what you want to do. You're embracing that that show, or that character in particular, or whatever it is that you love about it, and you are owning it. You're wearing it. It doesn't matter how many times you do it in a year. I think that makes you a cosplayer. Maybe people would disagree with me, but I think, yeah, cosplay is what you are in here. And it doesn't matter how many times you've made a costume. And that's what I've got to try and remember to tell myself, because I feel like to a friend, I'd be like, as soon as they've worn one costume, I'd be like, you're a cosplayer, yeah, we're cosplayers. But when it came to myself, I'm still a bit like, well, am I a cosplayer yet? Am I there yet? And I said to myself, maybe if I was guesting at a con, then I'd feel like, oh well, I've got work. It's work, so therefore I am a cosplayer. But actually, I've got to really try and remember that it is. There are thousands, probably millions actually, millions of people dressing up all over the globe, and we are all cosplayers. Not all of us are going to get paid to do it, and not all of us are going to be lucky enough to be able to make a living from it. In fact, the majority of people don't get to make a living from it. But that's not what it's about. It's about in here. And that's my heart, not supposed to be like my boobs or something. Anyway, I can see my little timer that I've waffled on for 15 minutes. So yeah, I'd love to know if you've got any plans. I have several of them, as I've said, but I'm not going to share them because I don't want anybody to get excited and then me to disappoint them, because my plans aren't set like, oh, I'm going to make this costume for this con and this costume for that con. I'm just going to make one, finish one, when it's done I'll start on the next one, and so on. But that was the nice thing about Cosplanner. It's allowed me to put all of my ideas in one place, and I'll be able to work through them one after the other. I'm always interested to know what people would like me to cosplay. However, if you absolutely, you can tell me on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook on Just Jen Cosplay if you have some ideas that you think would suit me, or if I've already got the face shape for something, you go, oh yeah, she looks like somebody. Please do let me know. I'm not going to go like, how dare you tell me. But I have so many plans already that unless you told me something and it happened to be something that I really loved anyway, I probably wouldn't bump it up. So we'd possibly be talking like 2 or 3 years away before I'd make it. But if you want to tell me, I have no issues with that. Yeah. Oh, I guess briefly, just going back to the whole being a YouTuber thing. Like, I've now had 3 separate people comment on them finding my videos useful. Which when you think I've only got 30 subscribers, that's a pretty good hit rate in my mind. So yeah, I will keep doing this. I want to show people what I'm making and how I'm making it, but I do want there to be some interaction, I guess, with that's the whole point of it being, I guess, on YouTube rather than it just being a tutorial. So maybe throughout the year I'll look into the stuff, I don't know, streaming stuff, so we can talk to me, say things, But yeah, if you've got any ideas for stuff that I can do, or stuff you'd like me to cover that I'm maybe not covering well enough already in my videos, then let me know, and I look forward to showing you some more of what I've done on my Skyrim from next week. Hope you've all had a great first week of 2018, and I look forward to getting out more. I've got 4 cons planned already, which are Cos Expo in March that I'm going to, which is in Reading, at University of Reading. So that's great. I'm going to attend, I haven't decided yet, 1 or 2 days of the Bournemouth Film and Comic Con, which is I think it's the 18th and 19th of May. And then the week after, of course, is MCM May in London, which I haven't been to a May one before, so a lot of people have said that it's actually bigger than the October one, so I would really like to go to that. Don't see any reason why I wouldn't go, so that's one of the plans. And then I've already said London Film and Comic Con because I really want to meet Kamui! Oh my god! And also Jason Momoa is going, so yeah. I don't know how much the tickets are to have a picture with him, but I might have to do that. Depends who else calls. If they've already got Jason Momoa this early on, then they might get some good. I think they've got The Hound going as well, and yeah, lots of others. So those current 4 potentially be going to MCM in October. And there is potentially Wales Comic Con. One of my friends suggested that we go to that. So that's a possibility, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Anyway, yeah. Comment, like, subscribe, say hi. And I'll talk to you all next week. Alright, bye.